Welcome to another episode of Classic Dallas Cowboys Talk. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we love to see redemption stories, right? Of people who fall on hard times. Then they fall on hard times and they find their way back and they're doing much better. Okay, we love redemption stories, and especially in pro sports. Okay, and the NFL has a litany of redemption stories. Ones that come to mind, the main one that comes to mind that I think of all the time is Ryan Leaf. Okay, um, look where Ryan Leaf came from. Okay, um, I saw the documentary, the Leaf documentary. Okay, I saw all that, and he was asked about that a few years ago, and Ryan Leaf said that's the worst. That's the worst situation he's ever encountered. I didn't even name the situation, didn't I? Yeah. The video when he was playing with the San Diego Chargers, when he stood up and yelled at every reporter, said, "Don't." He said, "Don't fucking talk to me, all right? Knock it off." And then Junior said, "Hey, Al," and then the other teammate had to come and get him, calm him down. And Ryan Leaf did he play for the Cowboys for a few games? He did. He sure did, didn't he? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I was thinking about this the other day. I saw Quincy Carter. Okay, and Quincy Carter has completely turned his life around. Okay, I saw Quincy Carter. Let me find. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Quincy Carter just posted this on X a few days ago. He said, "Received my honorary humanitarian doctorate today. This ranks in the top 3 of any award I've ever received. To be recognized for helping and loving others is truly God's vision for me. Amen. God, thank you for a second chance to carry out your mission. I love you all." Mm, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Especially Dallas Cowboy redemption stories, okay? I love that. And so when I saw that Quincy Carter posted that, something just popped into my head. It made me think of the players who played for the Dallas Cowboys who fell on hard times as players, and when they weren't Cowboys, retirement. It made me think of the redemption stories that some of the Dallas Cowboy players had. I just talked about Ryan Leaf, despite spending only a few games with the Cowboys. He's in a much better place in his life. Okay, and some of the names I came up with who played for the Cowboys, obviously Quincy Carter, but Sherman Williams, Dwayne Goodrich, Sam Hurd, Nate Newton, Michael Irvin. For those of y'all who may not know, I would I would encourage I would encourage y'all to go look up the Everett McIver situation, training camp, 1998. Okay, there was a situation with one of the offensive linemen, Everett McIver. Okay, um, there was a barber there at training camp who was giving haircuts to the Cowboys team. Okay. And Everett McIver was in the chair. And Michael Irvin walked in and he just starts barking. Seniority! Seniority! And so Everett McIver was unfazed about it. Michael Irvin demanded that he get out of the chair. This is according to what I read in Boys Will Be Boys by Jeff Pearlman, okay? Irvin demanded that he get out of the chair. Everett McIver refused. Man. Michael Irvin grabs a pair of scissors. And I'll stop right there. Just to let y'all know, Everett McIver did survive, okay? He did. He was not dead. He was alive after it, okay? But according to what I read in Jeff Pearlman's book, the look on Michael Irvin's face was OSHIT. What did I do? The look on Michael Irvin's face, according to Boys Will Be Boys, Jeff Pearlman, the look on Michael Irvin's face was like, what did I just do? Okay? And some people say that Everett McIver incident in training camp, that kind of led to what happened to him in Philly in 1999. And I was like, there's a little bit of a possibility there. And that gave me something to think about right there. It gave me something to think about. But nonetheless, Michael Irvin, at the end of his Hall of Fame speech, said something that we can all live by. He said, to anybody that feels like that they don't belong or wanted to quit, you tell them to look up, get up, and don't ever give up. Thank you, and may God bless you all. And man, yeah, Michael Irvin's at a different place than he was. Okay. Sherman Williams. Okay. Played 5 years with the Cowboys. Was Emmitt Smith's backup. Didn't perform up to standards in Dallas. There are some teammates who say Sherman just didn't listen. He didn't have to work ethic like Emmitt Smith did. Okay. And so there were other people who said Sherman came into the facility smelling like weed and rolling with the posse. Okay. And Sherman Williams went to Alabama. He won a high school state championship. He won a national championship. And he also won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys his rookie year. All of this within a short span of time. And Sherman Williams was only 26 years old. Okay. When he won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys. So all of these accomplishments, consecutive years, okay? Then he got out in trouble, got charged with marijuana trafficking, was sentenced in 2000, okay? Was sentenced in 2000. He got released in 2014. He even wrote a book about it, okay, called Crimson Cowboy. He even wrote a book about it, okay, Crimson Cowboy. And when he got out of prison, I believe he began selling cars. He started a foundation. He started a foundation while he was still incarcerated, talking to kids. Then, of course, he got out. He was selling cars. Then he talked. Then he began talking to the kids. Wrote a book, and now Sherman Williams is now the Murphy High School football coach in Mobile, Alabama. Look at that. Look at that. From Super Bowl champion to prison time to now you are the head football coach at Murphy High in Mobile, Alabama. Love to see it. Love to see it. Happy for Sherman Williams. Dwayne Goodrich. Drafted by the Cowboys. He was convicted of a hit and run. Okay. Darren Woodson had this to say about Dwayne Goodrich. He was a smart kid, not the best player. Didn't think he was athletically gifted, but he was a smart kid. I never thought he took full advantage of the situation. We had some arguments because of it. It is what it is now, but at the time, it was so damn frustrating because I felt like I could not reach this kid. That was from Darren Woodson, okay? And according to a feature that I saw on Dwayne Goodrich years ago, Darren Woodson also said he was more committed to being a partier, okay? And so one night during the off season, Dwayne Goodrich went out with some friends, went to dinner, went to a strip club. He had a couple of drinks, and he ended up a hit and run from a previous accident that had happened. Some people were trying to pull another person from a car from a previous accident that had happened, and Dwayne Goodrich ran into those people. And then he said he panicked, okay, and he went home. And so served some time because of that. Turned his life around. I believe he got his degree from Tennessee. Yeah. Guy had his degree from Tennessee. I believe he was released in 2010 or 2011, somewhere around there. Got his degree from Tennessee. He talked to the Dallas Cowboys rookies in 2012 and talked to them about those dangers. He also said the first person that he contacted when he got out was Darren Woodson. And he said he apologized to Woodson for not listening when they were teammates. And then he promised to do better. Yeah. Yeah. And so when the Josh Brent situation happened, Dwayne Goodrich spoke about all that. He spoke about that and said he felt the pain that Josh Brent was in about because oh my goodness, I believe the guy's name was Brown, Jerry Brown. I believe the guy's name was Jerry Brown. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And what's ironic? It was ironic. I find a little bit ironic. You remember when Eric Williams had his car accident in 1994? We played the Cincinnati Bengals that week. Okay. Josh Brent reckless driving got someone killed, and we played the Cincinnati Bengals. that week. Okay. Yeah, we did win hand those games, but I thought hard about those situations, and yeah, it was just something to a note. Um, Sam Hurd, ooh, oh my God, man, I was man, believe it or not, when the Sam Hurd situation happened, my heart just dropped. My heart just dropped. I was like, oh my God, man, oh my goodness, Sam Hurd, a drug dealer playing NFL disguised as an NFL football player. Oh my goodness, man. And something happened when Sam Hurd was convicted. Nobody on the Cowboys said nothing. Nobody on the Cowboys said nothing. I don't believe anybody on the Bears said nothing about the situation. Okay? Yeah. um, but yeah, the Sam Hurd situation, my heart just dropped. He got released a few years ago, a short few years ago, and now Sam Hurd has a new lease on life. I just hope he's doing well. I really hope he's doing well. Okay. Um, let's see, Sherman Williams, Quincy Carter, Dwayne Goodrich, Nate Newton. Man, I remember, I remember the a story. I remember that story when he got busted for drugs. He got busted for drugs. Okay, and he got released on bail. Then he got busted again, and he ended up serving and he ended up serving time in prison. Okay, and yeah, yeah, come on. See, slow internet. It stinks. Yeah, but Nate Newton served 2 years, I believe, 2.5 years, I believe, on federal drug trafficking charges. Okay, and yeah, see, just when you're about to give up, just when you're about to give up. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Getting close. Ah, okay. So while it's getting close, yeah. I just find it, yeah. Nate Newton getting busted out on bail, then get busted twice. Um, yeah. Whew.
Remaining members of the wall. It was the end of the line. Soon there was a new challenge. Life after football. No more roar of the crowd. No more stardom. No more spotlight.
You step out the door, you gone. And it don't take months and years for people to forget about you. You gone, you are replaced, and you are forgotten about. If you don't find that harmony real quick, or that peace real quick, you're gonna go through some things, especially when you as high strung as we were.
Today, the 40-year-old former lineman was sentenced to 30 months behind bars on federal drug trafficking charges.
Nathaniel.
At the time of his arrest, Newton was free on bail from a drug bust in Louisiana.
You get busted once. Yeah. Stupid. You get busted twice. It made you feel like you didn't know him.
I just threw it all away because I wanted to be selfish. Man, when I looked at my kid and he said, "Dad, you coming to my football game?" I'm like, whoa. I said, "Nah, you won't be seeing Daddy for a long time."
He's a better person for it. He kind of thinks things through now, and he even looks back and said that was really dumb. But, you never know what drives us at a certain point. The main thing is that we make the corrections and we go forward and try to be a better person.
My name is Nathaniel Newton Jr. They call me Nate Newton. I done did it all. Blew millions of dollars, made millions of dollars.
He screwed up big, and he paid for it. And now he's trying to move on, and we should let him.
Don't build relationships that don't benefit you. You'll lose it all, man.
When we return.
Yeah. Completely turned his life around. Is in a much different place. So, a salute to Sherman Williams, Quincy Carter, Dwayne Goodrich, Sam Hurd, Nate Newton, Michael Irvin. Bob Hayes went through some post-retirement struggles that led to lack of consideration for the Hall of Fame. He did get hit in. I know his son, Bob Hayes Jr. and Roger Staubach presented him at the Hall of Fame. Okay. If I left anybody out, former Cowboy players who turned their life around, I probably left some people out. If I did, you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, a salute to Sherman Williams, Quincy Carter, Dwayne Goodrich, Sam Hurd, Nate Newton, Ryan Leaf during his brief time here. Yeah, they're in a much different places in their lives now. All right, that's it, and that's all for Classic Cowboys Talk. I'm out of here.
Who?
Cowboys.
What's my blue and gray team?
Cowboys.
And who I'm rolling with, huh?
My Cowboys.
Steelers better get it right. Giants better get it right. Who?
Cowboys.
What's my blue and gray team?
Cowboys.
And who I'm rolling with, huh?
My Cowboys.
Eagles better get it right. Skins better get it right.